Warship foundered.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great again. For a Sherman action for you, and this one is pretty fun. But before I begin, thank you for all the subscribers that have supported the channel. Like, subscribe button below, as well as comment, like, dislike, whatever you'd like to do to not only build a community, learn something from it, and have a good time doing it as well. Sailing ships, shooting ships, and like I said, having a blast. So I've got to tell you right now, the Forrest Sherman is probably one of the most fun destroyers and also best premiums I've seen in a while. Not maybe the best ever, but it is one of the best that I've seen in a while recently. The downsides, obviously, if you see my previous reviews, are poor handling, poor AA, poor torpedoes, but the only thing that's got it going for it is smoke firing with these fast firing, almost like the fastest firing guns I've ever seen. Man, if these were twin barrel guns, this thing would be literally broken. But it is so much fun. And the title of the video is Cruiser Denial. I mean, essentially, this thing can not only take on destroyers, but can take on cruisers as well, and not afraid of them. I didn't feel scared. What's sad about it is, like, man, I didn't think any cruiser, the Petro here, does not scare me. I was just like, okay, let me just see if I can shoot as many guns as I can on it and start as many fires as I can and see what happens. So that's what we did. And I built it, as you can see at the beginning of the video. The build is more for this rapid firing guns. Now, I'll give you guys a little piece of advice. If you do get the Forrest Sherman, taking that AFT module or commander skill that reduces it, by 5%, the guns are already fast enough that the 5% is actually negligible. I actually tried it. I slapped it on, and I looked at the gun reload, and it was still 1.3 seconds. And I took it off, it was still 1.3 seconds. So I think 5%, it literally is not enough to round up to the next 0.1 decibel spot. So at that point, you're wasting a skill. So I was like, wow, what else could I use it for? So I actually decided to, in the later build, decided to use it, and I would recommend putting it for either Superintendent for an extra heal or Adrenaline Rush, and or the HP, extra HP. Those are the only three really that are viable. I elected to do the Superintendent and the AR reload. This build right here, you can see the guns are firing almost literally at 0.9 seconds. I built it for Fearless Brawler because I figured most of the time I'm spotted anyways. Why not? The smokes are there just in case you get in trouble. But not necessarily as a primary weapon. So I tried shooting long range with rapid firing guns because I'm going to be spotted anyways the majority of the time while firing and maneuvering. Why not make the guns super fast? Now, the other downside I would say to this build is there's no RPF or radio detection location, or RDF, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't give me situational awareness of where things are, and I find that I'm more standoffish, which is not a bad thing. As you can see right here, now I'm picking on the Des Moines, and again, forgive me for the stutteriness of the video. Lately, GeForce Now has been really acting up, and a lot of lagging, a lot of input issues, and they're aware of the issue, so forgive me for the recording. That's just the way the game is. I've got it on one of the lowest settings possible for my build and for streaming as well. But anyways, look what we're doing here. Look at that. Look at that Fearless Brawler right here at 1 second reload. You are literally pumping out shells every second. It's almost insane how many shells you can get on target, and especially the amount of fires you can start with this thing. Did I not tell you this is a match starter? This thing literally lights everything on fire. And most people think it's just a little destroyer, no big deal, but wait until it starts firing and you hold down the left mouse button. It is a force to be reckoned with. I'm telling you what. Watch this. We're going to start firing on the Des Moines again. Again, we're going to get spotted, but we're at range, so we're not too afraid. We're outside his radar range, so we don't care. We're already spotted, and we're going to shoot SAP now. Now, watch what SAP does. Actually, in a minute, you'll see. We're going to see if we can start another fire here, but we're still getting nice pins. Look at that, 594, 367. Every second. Imagine, like, every second you're losing about 500 HP. At first, it doesn't seem bad, but then after a while, you're going to like, this is starting to hurt a little bit. And then, oh my gosh, we've got a fire start on him. He's got a damage con, and he's like, I got to move, which causes a lot of people to make bad decisions right there. He's showing broadside, like you saw, to a Montana or to a Minotaur or somebody else. And now we switch to the SAP. Now watch what this SAP can do. It doesn't care about angles either. Look at this, 891. One little shell, 891. I mean, as amount of shells, yeah, we're missing a lot of them, but look, we get one shell, it's 691, 891. You're getting these like every few seconds. It starts to hurt after a while, and your heals can't keep up. Now he's doing his darndest to fire me, and he gave up. You see, now that's one mistake right there is you start giving up on the target you're firing at, and then all that effort that you had put in to maneuver and shoot goes to waste. I mean, when I shoot to kill. So when you are engaged with somebody, try to remove them from the map as best you can, because you're already spending this much time in HP. You might as well seal the deal. Now, unfortunately, the Des Moines does a smart job of going behind the island right there, but look, not before we start taking at least about 20k damage with us. We are down, 3 ships are down to 4, only 13.5 minutes left in the game, roughly. We have both caps roughly to secure, but you guess what, guys? That don't mean jack squat anymore in World of Warships, because the way people are playing these days, it doesn't matter who gets the caps at the beginning. It's all about who has it at the end and who stays alive. So that's why we're staying a little standoffish, because look, it's just me and the Minotaur. And that's what I've seen as the majority of the games these days. I mean, I feel like I am literally trying to hold off a whole flank by myself, and it's not like I'm good or anything. I'm just like the only one doing my job over here, which is I'm the one destroyer spotting for everybody. I'm the one guy with the guns shooting and holding everybody off. You notice that the Yo Yang didn't charge, the Petro's dead, the Des Moines dead, the Hindenburg's turning away, and the GK didn't do any jack squat. Look what our little destroyer did, holding off literally a quarter of the team, while everybody else, I have no idea what they're doing. Everybody's still in the back hiding. Even the enemy team I got a fault for, because look what they're doing. They're hiding in the corner, waiting. And now, I get it. Waiting, if you wait out the team, eventually someone's going to make a mistake. It does prove to be a winning strategy. Again, I don't know what else to say, because the way people play, yeah, sitting and waiting until everybody dies seems to be the strategy going on. Let me know what you're thinking about that down below. I think it's something to do with the way the game and the meta is these days, where so many premium ships are allowed. People just buy their way in without having ever played the game. You don't know who's on the other side of this computer screen. I mean, it could be a child, for all I know, playing this game and just sailing the ship through it crazy. You can't read any of the chat, doesn't know what they're doing, and you can't really communicate with them. So again, it's like kind of like running with your head cut off. I feel like it's the leftovers of people playing Call of Duty or Battlefield, where they think it's literally you jump in, run and gun, and you think you're going to come back to life. Well, this is a game where you actually need patience, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of skill, and actually know that when you die, you die. And this is one of the few games where once you're dead, and you're kind of like out of the game, and the people that are out of the game are not contributing to the game. That means you can't support your team. I mean, a dead ship is a dead ship. A ship's guns aren't firing, you're going to be losing. That was my philosophy. If your guns aren't firing, you ain't doing nothing, you're not winning. So that's why I always figure, hey, if you're always within range of somebody, do something, be effective, at least be spotting, at least be, torping. You got to be at least firing or doing something that contributes to losing one of their ships. So right now we're going to try to cap A. See, again, we're doing something to benefit the game while they're capping B. I figure if we got A and C, we're still ahead of the game. So we're going to see if we can keep spotted the GK. Again, we're capping and spotting for the rest of our team, because nobody else is spotting the GK and the Hindenburg but us. So we're going to go ahead and cap this place. We're going to launch some torpedoes towards them to get something, but I'm also looking for the Yo Yang. I don't know where he's at. He's the last destroyer, and most of the time the strategy is if you eliminate all the destroyers on another team, most likely you're probably going to win. So that's what I like about the Sherman, is it's a good DD hunter as well. Now, I wish I did have the RDF skill on here to tell me kind of like roughly where is he at, and it plays crucial towards the ends of games to know the location of the closest ship to you so you know where to head. So right now we're about 10 minutes left in the game. We are still kind of neck and neck, only about 20 points up, and we're still losing ships, which is kind of unfortunate right now. So, oh my goodness, look at this juicy target right here. We're going to go and attack the Audacious. Now look at the reload on this bad boy. It's so fast that I thought that the shell arcs were going to be bad, but the shell arcs on this thing are pretty good. Like I said, the maneuvering's not good, A is not good, but the guns on this thing are incredible. Nice arcs, good weaponry. I've noticed I've found that this is the one ship I actually switch between HE and SAP pretty often. I mean, it just depends on the situation you're in. Do you want to start fires? Do you want to do maximum damage? And that is the beauty about switching back and forth so quickly. And you notice the SAP is doing a wonderful job, even with the angling, that we're still taking a large chunks of damage. Now, the problem is he's angling away, and I'm not getting the best shots, and he's also bombing me. Again, did I tell you the AA is not great? Watch, this is an Audacious, one of the worst carriers in the game, and I can't even get maybe more than 2 planes shot down, and he is getting a full salvo of bombs on me, and he actually got me a starter on fire. I got a damage con, save as much HP as I can, And he just helped me out because my reload's kicking in. Now I'm shooting even faster. And we can't... Ooh, that hurt right there. Now, that's another problem. I find that the Forrest Sherman gets set on fire so easily. There's no no fire prevention on this bad boy. Anyways, we're doing our best to get away from being shot by the Goliath, a very deadly... Another ship I need to do a review on. I just did a great game with it. The Goliath is awesome. If you haven't gotten it, try to get it. It's a fire starter. It is awesome as well. But I got to get away from him. I know he's got 12 guns that can burn me down. And here's another example of cruiser denial. Watch this. Hindenburg showing full broadside, and we've got range on him. Full send, ladies and gentlemen. Clear to engage. Let's see what we can do to him. He's about 3/4 health right there. And just watch as the health bar ticks away. 2,000 damage on that one shot. 1,200, 800, 400, 1,300. This Hindenburg is kind of going like, something's afoot. Why is my health bar slowly slipping away like the sands of time? And I don't know what is hitting me. Something in smoke is firing, and what could it be? Unless it's a Forrest Sherman having a blast, and boom! R.I.P. Send him back to Porty. Ripping them down to ashes. Oh my goodness, that we are just having a blast shooting this thing. I mean, and there's that massive, nice blind shot salvo into smoke. I mean, Goliath, did I not tell you it's a good ship? But anyways, we did our damage. We did our job. We held off A with the Minotaur. 128,000 damage just from us holding off this one flank. Imagine what we could do if we could hold off the rest of those battleships as well. But unfortunately, we got blapped with a blind fire. But I'll go ahead and speed this thing up. I'll just let you know that this is a win for us, but it was a pretty tough win. I mean, we had to do the darndest to just even secure any kind of cap or anything. I mean, even the middle cap is getting contested the whole time. But this GK is probably going to get melted down. But my final thoughts on the Sherman: it is a great ship. I recommend it. If you guys haven't, taken a look at it, take a look at it. I wouldn't say, if you don't have money for it, don't spend money on the premium, or it's called firepower containers. They are, I would say, a guaranteed money cash grab, because they say that the 25th container is guaranteed a ship of some kind. If you don't have all the other ones, you'll get a Forrest Sherman. I got lucky on the 25th container. I got the Forrest Sherman, so I was kind of like, okay, great, I get it, so I can do a review for you guys, my first impressions, to see if you guys really want to get it or not. Either way, it's going to be available for coal to about 230 something thousand, roughly in that area. 230,000 coal. And it's going to be available in the Armory in the next, I would say, in the next 2 weeks or so. And I think they're just delaying the rollout because they got other things going on like this right here. There's more destroyers coming out, like the Carelius or whatever, Italians, the DDs and stuff. I'm not really interested in them because they are Tier 6, and I don't like playing Tier 6. I like playing Tier 10 and 11 because that's what I came to play. I came to play with the best of the best, and the ships are just fun, that Tier 9 and 10 and 11. That's why I enjoy. But anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts about the tactics here, the Forrest Sherman, anything you've seen that we could do better. And again, I hope you guys appreciate all those that have supported the channel. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. We're nearly there. And we're making our goals. And it's thanks to you guys for not only the support, but the great feedback, the great criticisms, the great thoughts, and the great ideas that make us better no matter where we go. So until then, you guys be safe, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.